Hey, Scotty. It's a bit later in the week that I'm doing this than usual, but yeah, it's just been one of those weeks. And today has probably been the worst day of the week, but so I'm less red now. I am still a little bit red in the face because I went outside for like half an hour maybe, and yeah, I get red in the heat because it's hot and I hate summer. But I had to run up to the shops to grab some chicken for dinner because we've just started buying our chicken fresh because I have trust issues with chicken and frozen chicken, so I just buy it when I need it now. So I went up to get chicken, and on the way back, there was this guy who was walking up ahead. I caught up to him pretty quickly. Just he was walking kind of slow, and instead of I don't like asking people to move. So I just went around him. When there was enough space to do so, I came out on the grass and I just went around him. And when when I was beside him, he started talking to me, and I had my headphones in, so I couldn't hear what he was saying. And then I was just like, oh, like you're saying something like, oh yeah, that's the way, that's the way. And I'm thinking, whatever. So I started to go ahead, and he started chasing at me. He ran at the back of my chair, and I don't know what the fuck it was. Um, But yeah, he ran at me. No idea. And then he was like yelling stuff out to me as I kept going because I didn't fucking stop. I didn't look back. I didn't stop. I wasn't engaging. And like one of my friends lives nearby, so she actually saw him do it and saw him yelling and stuff. And she'd said hello to me, but because I had my headphones in, I was listening to music, and I'm like trying to get away from this guy. Like he's my main focus. I didn't see her. I didn't hear her, so I feel really bad. But at the same time, this guy starts reversing out of his front yard straight up. Like, if I hadn't have stopped, he would have hit me because he wasn't paying attention. And then he's gone forward and driven off and still hadn't seen me sitting there. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, so I have a bogan run at me and chase my chair and yell at me. And then I always get hit by a fucking car. Okay, today is going to be one of those Murphy's Law things. So then I get home and I get a text message from my energy company. And apparently they've been sending our bills for this place to the old address because when they updated our service address, they didn't update the mailing address too. So we have a bill that's outstanding, which they've now given us an extension on because it's their fuck up. And it's a big bill because at the old place, our gas bills for 3 months would be like $60-70 because we only had the stovetop that was gas, everything else was electric. But here we have gas stovetop, gas oven, gas hot water system, and then we've got the gas heater, which we were using a little bit in winter. So the bill is much more. And I'm sort of freaking out because with the extension, it's going to put it at the same time that our first power bill for this place is going to be due. So I'm thinking that because we don't have an electric hot water system, the electricity bill might be a bit less, but I don't know. And I fucking hate this time of year. I hate all of the money stuff. I hate everything about it. But yeah, I have my IUD insertion next week. So that's still giving me anxiety, and I just actually got off the phone with them because I did the STD screening and everything, and I tested for a bunch of other stuff, and it turns out that one of the injections you're supposed to get when you're a kid is the Hep B injection, and I know I got one really early on, but apparently I don't have the Hep B antibodies in my system anymore, so I have to get the Hep B injections again, which means that I not only have to pay for those, but there are 3, and you have to get one I think it's every 6 months. So for the next year and a half, I have to get these injections done. Or is it 3 over 6 months? I don't know. But, yay, more needles. Just what I wanted. Yeah, that's what everyone with needle phobia wants, is more fucking needles. So, yeah. And that's the thing. Oh, and then tomorrow I might be losing electricity for a couple of hours in the middle of the day. And what is the weather supposed to be like tomorrow, actually? Because it's hot today. My room is all closed up. I might go and put the air conditioning on for a little bit, because I've been trying to avoid it because money. But it is fucking hot. Let's see. It is currently... It's only 30 degrees today. Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law. It's going to be 37 tomorrow. And we're going to lose power in the middle of the day for a couple hours. Right. Well, this will be interesting. I may need to charge my wheelchair up and go up to the library and just sit there and steal a table from the school kids for a couple of hours, because it's going to suck. Today is officially the first day of summer, so yeah. But yeah, fuck, 37, and we're not going to have power. Oh. God damn it. I don't like this. Although, to be fair, they did say that they were going to knock on the door before they cut any power off, so that I have time to turn computers and stuff off so there's no damage done. God, tomorrow's gonna fucking suck. Because if that's the case, then I'm gonna have to, if I go out, I'm gonna have to turn off every single computer in the house. Make sure everything... Oh, God. This is frustrating. But, yes, that has pretty much been my day so far. My week has just sort of been a lot of feeling overwhelmed. It just seems like every day there's like more and more housework to do, and I'm sort of getting overwhelmed with it. And at the moment there is... Which way can I go? This way. You can see there's a big pile of stuff on my bed, which I've been chipping away at for like weeks, and there's still a lot there because it just keeps growing. Because by the time I finish doing cleaning the kitchen and then doing the laundry and then cleaning the bathroom or whatever else needs to be cleaned, I have like no spoons, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and I just can't bear to deal with this stuff. And I mean, that's why I'm still, like, I still have videos on my camera that haven't been taken off and edited yet. I've still got videos I need to film. I've still got, I'm getting, it's this time of year. It always happens. I always struggle with this time of year. You know, especially because we're coming up to the anniversary of 2012, which was, like, the worst fucking year I've had in a really long time. Because, like, a couple of days before Christmas, oh, you're going to be in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. Christmas, which is horrible in of itself, plus all the shitty memories that I have associated with it. Then a couple of days after Christmas, my grandfather dies. And then New Year, which is also just really, really shitty because I'm a schizophrenic and compare myself to people all the fucking time, and I fucking hate New Year's because everyone's like, oh my god, like, this year I did so much, and I went on holidays, and I did this, and I got my dream job, and I'm just sitting here, and I'm like, I survived. Yay? And it just makes me feel like shit, because it's like, hey, look at all this stuff that everybody else is doing, and I've fucking done nothing. I've just made it through. And Jesus fucking Christ, I feel like shit. So, I hate New Year, I hate Christmas, I hate this time of year. No one's getting any Christmas presents this year. Like, I've decided, that's it, no one's fucking getting anything. I'm done. And, like, painting Andrew's room is going to be his, like, Christmas and birthday present combined, because fucking hell, that's taken a lot out of me. I'm almost done. I've got to do a second coat on 2 of the walls. There's a couple spots got to fix up, and then I've just got to finish the galaxy part, and then it's done. Except for the skirting boards and the door frame and stuff. But that I can just chip away at once he decides what he wants to do with it. But yeah, overwhelmed. It's a thing. Yeah. So stitching wise, I've done a little bit. I was really hoping to have it done, but I didn't quite get there. But that's what I've done. I had the A and part of the C done when I picked it up, so that's where I'm at now. And again, I feel sort of disappointed because I should have been able to finish that because there's not much on it left to do. Like, there's the witch to finish, and then there's like the text at the top, and that's it. Like, it's not a lot. It's just that I've had so much other stuff on. And I've been dealing with so much other stuff that, again, like, by the time I finish doing the housework and stuff, I just sit here and I just don't feel like doing anything. I don't feel like watching anything. I don't feel like stitching or gaming or... Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much been my week. And, yeah, tomorrow is probably not going to be much better because, Jesus fucking Christ, 37 degrees. Fuck. Although, one of the good things is that I did teach a friend to cross-stitch. Last Saturday, I went out to Richmond, which is, like, ridiculously pretty. It's very old school, so a lot of the, like, terrain is really interesting. Yeah. So, but I went out there and I taught her how to cross-stitch, and she's just recently finished her first cross-stitch, and she's already, like, looking into, like, really big patterns and stuff, and she's like, yes, I want to do all the things. It's like, yay! I converted someone else. And the one bit of stash that I got is I needed to get a bigger piece of black Ada for one of my projects that I want to start, and that's about it. Oh, and these did arrive. Fiberlicious Floss of the Month Club. They arrived last week. I just kept them for now. Black Friday shopping, I really didn't do much because I just don't have the money at the moment. And, like, I've got to replace my microwave sooner rather than later. Same with my kettle. And I want to get some saucepans because I've only got 2. And, like, I've got a really big one that only has 1 handle left because I don't know what the fuck happened to the other one. And then I've got this, like, tiny one where it's got, like, a black coating and the black's starting to come off. So I try not to use it. So I basically only have 1 saucepan and it only has 1 handle. So, yeah, I need to get some saucepans and stuff. But, again, it's just this fucking time of year. So this one's Buttercup. And they're going to come up a bit darker than usual, I think, but yeah, there's orange and yellow. Because it's dark in here, and I don't want to turn a light on, because it's going to make it hotter. This is Hyacinth Bouquet. Actually, they're coming out pretty alright. They're, like, pretty true to colour. Sorry. I've got the hiccups, or burps or something, I don't know. Irish Coffee. And this one is Enchanted Wood. Autumn Tree. A little bit green at the end there. Lavender Storm. It's got some purples and stuff. Lavender Sun. Ooh, it's pretty. And Jungle Cruise. Lots of blue. Midnight Sunset. It's really nice green in that. And the last one is Magic Potion. So, yeah. So those are the 5 delicious ones. Those are, I think, technically last month's. October's. I don't know. Does it have on there? Oh, yeah, no, there's technically November's. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know if there will be one for December because it's Christmas, but we'll see. Yeah. So, that is basically what life is at the moment. It's just a bunch of overwhelming crap. And Murphy's Law is currently in effect, so I'm going to just try not to touch too many things. Oh, and, like, I went to the shops to get, like, stuff for dinner, and, like, I got chicken, and I got potatoes for tomorrow night's dinner, and pumpkin for tonight as well. So I'm doing homemade chicken cashew nut, and I like to put pumpkin in it. They didn't have cabbage, so I'm not going to put any of that in there. So, yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm doing for dinner tonight. And tomorrow night I'm doing shepherd's pie, so I've got some potatoes. And if I've got pumpkin left over, I might mix some pumpkin in there too, because why the fuck not? Yeah, so I got that, and yeah, so I got chicken, I got potatoes, I got pumpkin, and they had Doritos on special, so I grabbed myself a bag because I got some dip in the fridge. And the one thing I forgot to get was water, because everywhere's been sold out of the boxes of water that I usually get. So I've had to resort to drinking the 1 litre bottles. And I only have, I finished the last one when I had lunch today. So I should have got more. And I didn't think. So I might ask Andrew to grab it when he goes to the shops on the way home. Yeah. That's pretty much been life. Next Tuesday, I have my first appointment with my actual job consultant for the new job network. So we'll see how that goes. Thursday will be my IUD insertion. I don't know why. Insertion. I did that when I was speaking to the receptionist too, when I was booking the thing in. I said insertion, and I don't fucking know. I don't know. But I've got that next week, and provided they can get the prescription to me in time, I'll also be having the first Hep B injection, because fuck, I don't want more needles. Man, like, I had the blood test last week, and it took 2 goes to get that. And then the blood test they tried to do the week before took 4, and a butterfly needle, which is a different type of thing. But I've seen enough needles in the last 2 weeks to do me for like 6 months. Yeah, and then there was a blood test a couple months before that. There's just too many needles. And it's still not getting any easier. It's frustrating. Oh, and I started doing my puzzle too, but I don't have enough space on my desk. So I was like, oh, maybe I can like build something. And I was like Googling, and then there are already things out where you can just like, you do your puzzle on them and you close it up and you can like slide it under your bed and stuff, like puzzle trays. How did I not know this was a thing? Like, I used to have those stupid felt mats that you'd roll up, and like, it didn't matter what way you fucking did it, that the puzzle would still fucking move everywhere and break apart and stuff. Those fucking things, I hated those things. And because the table that I was doing my puzzles on is still out in the backyard, because we haven't decided what's happening with our spare room yet, because we've got a friend who might be moving in at some point, and it's all up in the air. So, yeah. That would be a nice thing to happen, because we could definitely use the money help. That would be nice. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, these are a thing. Puzzle trays are a thing. They're about $100. And that's a decent chunk of money that I don't have. But I'm thinking, like, I'm not expecting anything from my parents for Christmas, because I'm not getting them anything, because I just can't do it this year. But if they do give me money, and I don't have any, like, outstanding bills or anything to pay, I might hold on to it for the New Year sales and see if I can pick one up cheap. Because that could help. Because then I can sit and do puzzles, and if I need to, like, if on a really hot day, I can go and sit in the lounge room under the AC and do a puzzle. And that would be nice. So that is a thing that I want. But, yeah. I really just don't want to do anything now. Because I'm mostly afraid that everything will go wrong now. And usually my Murphy's Law runs go for like a week or something, so it's probably going to be the same thing, where for the next week, everything just fucking sucks. Yeah. Oh, it's over there. The friend that I taught to cross-stitch, it was like a trade thing, so I taught her to cross-stitch. I gave her like a bunch of stuff from my stash and stuff. And in return, she got me one of the BlizzCon exclusive pop figures that I missed out on when I did my BlizzCon order. So I've got the gold Soldier 76, We both missed out on the White Reaper that they put up in the store the other day, which we're both really bummed about because they're already up on eBay for like $250. No one has money for that. Yeah. I mean, I'm still trying to get the fucking Demon Illidan pop figure from San Diego Comic-Con a couple of years ago because I need that one. And that one's still up around the $300 to $400 mark. It's a joke. Yeah. I think that's all. I really don't think I got anything else stash-wise. I did do... Oh. The project that I took with me when I went to see my friend and teach her to stitch was my little artist project. I didn't want to take the big one. And, like, it doesn't look like I got much done. But we were stitching for a couple of hours, so... Yeah, and that's the thing with stitching, is that I always think, oh, you know, I'll look at it. I'll do it for a couple of hours, and I'll look at it and be like, oh, that's really not a lot. Like, what the fuck did I even do? Yeah, and then I think, like, there are, like, 4 to 5 different colours in this little section here. Like, yeah. It is a lot more time-consuming than it appears to be. But, yeah, so that's what I took with me. I should probably unpack that at some point, but it'll do for next day. Yeah, that's what I took with me. And I gave her, for her first pattern, she did a Chandelure, something. It's one of the newer Pokemon. And I got the pattern from Birdie Stitching. So she did that for her first one, and she's finished it now. And she's already looking into some bigger projects, because I gave her a couple of Pokemon ones, and she's going to keep those as like travel projects, and she's going to do a big one at home. So yeah, I'll be excited to see what she picks. I introduced her to Heaven and Earth Designs, so we will see. Anyway, I think that should probably be it for me, because otherwise I'm just going to sit here and just keep bitching. I really don't have anything else to show off. I haven't got anything new except for the black fabric and the Fiberlicious stuff. Alright. Pretty sure that's it. Yeah. Although I don't think I've shown this one off yet. I did get this last week. And tomorrow he's got a new one releasing, and it's going to be like a special thing for one day only on the 2nd of December, where it's only $5, so I might see if I can splurge for that, because it's going to be an awesome one too. But, I mean, this is not safe for work, just so we know, but my, aren't you a bitch? Like, I love the swearing colouring books, I really do. Shove it up your ass. What's this one? Try to be less of a dick, please. Shut the fuck up, douchebag. Find a corner and fuck yourself. You, sir, are a piece of shit. Seriously, bitch? Will you please shut the hell up? Oh, speaking of bitches. So, new neighbour, like, because we're on a corner. So, one of our neighbours is here, one of our neighbours is sort of pushed to the back a bit more. The neighbour on this side's really nice, you know, we get along with them. You know, there's no problems, they're really nice. The ones on this side, over here, I've had a few run-ins with the father, because him and his son will play soccer in their front yard. Now, they've got a caravan in their front yard, which takes up a significant amount of space. And then they've got a grass patch in between the caravan and where our fence is. So they decide to play soccer in that sort of little area, like just sort of like kicking the ball back and forth. But they kick our fence. They use our fence as the goalpost. And they have previously hit our house. Now, considering that we have windows on that side of the house, that the fence that they're hitting is already damaged, and that our power box is also on that side of the house, I've already gone out and asked them not to use our fence as the goalpost. You know, and it's not, and, yeah. There is a park. Like, if I pull my blind up, you can see the park. And then you can see the 2 patches of grass that are on this side of the road on the way to get to the underpass to get to the park. There's also a reserve that goes for like 60 odd kilometers or something. Like, it's a fucking, there's a huge fucking reserve. And the entrance to the reserve is just up the road. Like, it's a couple houses down. There's a footpath in, and if you walk through there are football fields and soccer fields with goalposts. If you don't feel like walking, you can drive around. It's like 2-3 minutes. There's no reason for you to be playing soccer in your front yard when you don't have the space to do it and hit someone's fence and their house. Like, hell, even go to like fucking Kmart or Rebel Sport or something and buy like a soccer goalpost with the net in it and put it in front of the fence so that it doesn't hit the fence. Like, come on. But I've asked them a few times now to not do it and not hit our fence and not hit our house. So yesterday they were out there and they're doing it again. So I went to my kitchen window and opened the window and said, "Hey, can you stop using my fence as a goalpost?" "Oh, yeah, maybe." And not from the child. From the father. So, I went and put pants on. I went and put shoes on. I went out the front. And I said, "Really? Yeah, maybe?" "Oh, we're just playing it." "No, I'm sorry. You're damaging my fence. Now have a look at my fence. It's already damaged. I don't know whether that's you or not. I'm not going to say that it is or it isn't. But I've asked you not to use my fence as a goalpost. Don't kick the ball at my fence. You've hit my house. If you break a window, or you hit the power box or anything like that, that's damage to my property, not yours. Be respectful." "Oh," and then like he starts waving his son inside. "Oh, come on, we'll just not play anymore. Like, we can't even fucking play a game in our front yard." And I'm like, no, you can play all the games you want in your front yard, but don't kick it towards my house. Do not use my fence as a goalpost. It's not like there's a shortage of parks that you can fucking kick a ball around. Like, fucking walk 2 seconds across the fucking road. There's grass. There's a park. Like, come on. And, yeah, like, he goes in like he's fucking Bogan. He's a Bogan. And he's, "Oh, you're fucking..." No, fuck off. Like, the fact is, not only are there multiple parks that you can go to, like, I understand if maybe you get home from work late or something, but you don't have to kick the ball towards my house and use my fence as the goalpost. Like, you've got your own fence, you've got your own space and stuff like that. Fucking use it. Don't kick it towards mine. And the thing is, like, the kid keeps kicking the ball over the fence, so instead of walking around and going through my gate, he just fucking climbs over the fence, grabs it, and climbs back over. Like, this guy is not teaching his child, as far as I'm concerned, to be respectful of other people's property. Whether that be, you know, going to school and respecting other kids' toys, or respecting your neighbour's fucking property. Okay, but it's not on. It's not like it's his fence, and it's bordering on our property. No, it's my fence. They don't have a front fence. I do, and they're damaging it. And I'm not on for it. And, like, there was a day where I was, like, this close to just getting the biggest fucking sturdiest knife I could, go over there, grab the soccer ball, and just stab the soccer ball, throw the soccer ball at them, and just walk inside. And be done with it. But, oh, like, I don't have a problem if you want to play with your kids. I do have a problem if it's damaging my property. Especially because all it takes is for him to hit the fucking window. And that's, like, they're not going to fucking pay for it. They've already proven that they're not responsible. They're not going to fucking pay for it. Oh, I can't. Bogans. Like, Bogans is sort of like Australia's version of rednecks. But, like, the white trash redneck cliche that you guys have, that's our Bogan. Like, yeah. But, like, the fact that I asked him, and I've asked him several times, not to use my fence as a goalpost, and, "Oh, yeah, maybe." Really? What are you, like a fucking 5-year-old? Man, I have more adult ability in my fucking pinky than you seem to have in your entire fucking being. This is what happens when I get ranty. Anyway, memos to shitty people. Don't use my fucking fence as a fucking goalpost. Or I'll shove the ball so far up your ass, you'll be able to taste what's in between the stitches. Yes. I swear I'm not a horrible neighbour. I just don't like when people are douchebags. I do love this colouring book, though. This is probably one of my favourites. Well, aren't you just the sweetest little shit cunt cake? I love the word cunt. I don't know. It's just... yeah. What the fucking fuck? That's probably one of my most common catchphrases when things go wrong. Pull your head out of your ass. I will do a proper flip through for this one, though. And the other one if I haven't yet. But I do love it. Ah, so much. Well, fuck my... oh. Well, fuck me backwards with a toasting fork. What is a toasting fork? It's not a thing then. You despicable whore. I love it! I think that's the only thing that arrived. Yeah. But that's it. I don't have anything fancy to show you. Oh, all those. Like, we all know that, like, China is really bad for, like, copyright infringement and stuff, so they had these for, like, $1. And they're, like, yeah. There was another one that I got, but when I opened it up to have a look, the first picture was of, like, a very young girl in her underwear bent over, and I was like, nope, bin, that's not happening, no. So, I want to go. I should really call Andrew and just be like, hey, grab some water while you're at the shops. Because I'm a noob. And I forgot to get it. And then, I don't know, I might do some gaming or something. And some stitching. I should do some stitching. But, yeah. I'm gonna go and keep melting. It's seriously like, it's almost 6 PM and it's still like 30 degrees here. That's Australia. That's summer. Beginning of summer. It'll get worse. It'll get much worse. So I'm gonna go before I start ranting about something else. Bye.